With South Carolina tight end Nick Muse. I'll ask him to make an opening comment about the season, and then we'll take your questions. Nick, 2021 season upon us. What is it you're looking forward to in the upcoming campaign?
Every year is a great year to play college football. Something everybody looks forward to in the United States to watch on Saturdays, be at a game, whatever the case may be. But I'm really looking forward back to the fans coming back in. Last year with the COVID problems, we didn't get the environments like we wanted to, like college football actually is. But I'm very excited for the season. We play the best competition every year, year in, year out. So I'm ready to prove what I can do and what the Gamecocks can do.
All right, thank you, Nick. We're going to start questions over here on our right on this near aisle.
Hey, Nick, Jordan Hill with Opelika Auburn News. I want to ask you about Mike Bobo, who's over at Auburn now. Just what was it like being coached by Mike, and what do you feel like Auburn is getting with him being the offensive coordinator?
They're getting a lot of great plays. They already got a lot of great athletes over there, and Coach Bobo is a great guy. He's done nothing but treat me with respect ever since he got to South Carolina and met me. But he's just an all-around dude, somebody that you always want to be around. It sucks that we didn't get to keep him, but everything happens for a reason, and now we got Coach Satterfield there to fill the role. So, but all in all, he's a great guy. The players there are going to love him. Very competitive, so he does the right things.
We'll stay right there in the same section right next door.
Hey, Nick, Ben Portnoy from the State newspaper. I know E.J. Jenkins has played a little bit of wide receiver, a little bit of tight end, but in terms of what y'all can do and put on the field at the same time, what do you feel like you guys can kind of do, and how do you feel like you guys kind of complement each other?
I think he has a little bit more speed than me. I have a little bit more run blocking ability, but overall I think we could be a little dynamic punch, maybe even the Three Musketeers if you add Jaheim Bell. But he's a great athlete. You can put him at wide out and he's a mismatch. You can put him at tight end, he's a mismatch. It's just something, finding a diamond in the rough. He's a FCS kid that took a chance on us, and South Carolina took a chance on him, so we're about to see what he can do this year.
Okay, Nick, we'll go down here in the front on the left. Bob?
Hey, Bob Holt from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Playing with Kevin Harris, I was wondering what impresses you about him as a running back? What do you think makes him so good?
Just about everything impresses me. Everything besides maybe his height, I guess. But, he's a stud. He's one of those to where, if he's on your team, you're going to have a hell of a running back. But, he's a great guy, great kid, does the right things in and out of the building. Academic, honor roll. But, when you see him running behind you, you're I can miss a block and I'm still confident that he's going to make a positive play out of it just because of how much athletic ability he has, and, just who he is in general. He's 220 pounds of straight muscle, so not many people want to tackle him, and he runs pretty dang fast. So.
Hey, Nick, we're going to go in the center section right up in front of the camera.
Hey, Nick, just wanted to get a few thoughts from you on Coach Satterfield and what it's been like, I guess, going through spring practice and seeing what kind of offense he's going to have for you guys this fall.
Coach Sat's a good guy. He came from the Panthers, working a little bit under Joe Brady, who we have connections with at William & Mary, so I know exactly how smart that guy is as well. But, he's learned from a lot of people, and he's teaching a lot of people some good stuff. During the springtime, we'd always have meetings up in his office where he would just go over the same play for 30 minutes, and you're like, geez Louise, can I watch something else? But, that's just – he's a big detailed guy. He's big in, competitiveness. So that quarterback room's I believe all of them are going to be prepared to play this year, so we'll see what happens. But he's definitely the right guy for the job.
Okay, we'll go over here to our left on the second row.
Hey, Nick, Corey Diaz with the Greenville News. Talk about the tight end group, man, that position group, and how it potentially could become the primary target in this offense this year with the amount of talent and the amount of snaps and experience that you guys have this year.
Yeah, like I said, we just brought in E.J. Jenkins for the spring, and that did something else. He's about 6'7", 6'7", can jump out of the room. So anywhere you put him is going to be a mismatch. You got Jaheim Bell, who we worked a lot at running back, worked a lot at slot, work at tight end. He can block, he can catch. He's the overall one of the best athletes on the team. Hopefully I can produce a little bit this year. So if we don't have us three on the field a lot, then we're gonna have some issues. So just them two guys and how they are and how they compete, and I just feel like we're the three musketeers. We're going to hopefully dominate this year.
Okay, Nick, we'll go over here to our right again on the near aisle.
Yeah, Nick, I want to ask about a young guy, Eric Shaw. I know he played a little bit both ways last year. Just what have you seen from him and the potential he has going forward?
Yeah, he's another athletic freak that can play just about anywhere. We've been working him a little bit at tight end and also a little bit at wide receiver because he's around 220, and it's hard to put your nose in there and block people like JJ at 220 pounds. So you're trying to find a good place for him where he can compete and get on the field somehow. So we're working him at different places, but he's an athletic freak. So.
Okay, we'll stay right there. Next door.
Nick, I saw JJ switch to number 1. You got a couple other of those guys on the defensive line with some single-digit numbers. Does that matter for you as a tight end when you're coming out looking to block a guy and guys with those smaller numbers, or seeing those guys with some of those bigger dudes with some of those smaller numbers?
It does reflect like how big I am walking around like regular people, but it also affects how big they are walking around me. So when you can barely see his number because he's the guy across from you is so juiced and so muscular, it's almost stupidity. But it doesn't really matter about the number, or it just matters how you play. But it definitely it puts a little it opens my eyes a little bit about this dude's pretty massive. So because everybody I go against is 280, 300 pounds, the best athletes on their team. So I'm not really worried about the number, but I'm worried about them when I do see the number. So.
Other questions, raise your hand. We've got another one up here in the front. Bob, we'll bring a microphone to you.
Coach Beamer, to listen to him today, seems like a pretty enthusiastic guy. What's that transition been like for you guys? Just kind of what do you think of him so far as a first-time head coach, and how much you know about his dad, and what do you make of that? I guess the lineage there.
I don't keep up much with Virginia Tech growing up, just because I wasn't really like a big fan. But you still hear about the Beamer legacy there with his dad Frank, and how much he's done there. So he's got some big roles to fill, or big shoes to fill. But I believe he can make it happen, and he can change this school into a winning program like it used to be back when Connor Shaw and all them dominated the SEC. So. I'm excited for him. He's a competitive mindset. He wants to win in everything he does. We had 7 a.m. workouts, and I get there about 6:15, and I saw him out there doing the same workout that we're about to do. So it's like, he's just who he is. That's what you're going to get every day, day in, day out. He brings his family into the facility. Family guy. So, the Beamer family they've been nothing but awesome to me. Very respectful. So.
Nick, when Coach Beamer was in here earlier, he talked about focusing and throwing to the tight end. When you hear your head coach talk about making that a focus, how does that make you feel going into the season, hearing your coach talking about getting it to the tight end?
It makes me feel great. Like I said, we got a bunch of good tight ends, so throwing to the tight ends doesn't mean throwing to me. It means throwing to one of the 5 athletic freaks we got. But it's something I'm looking forward to. He doesn't promise something that he doesn't keep. So when he says that, he means it. And to all the South Carolina fans out there, we are going to throw to tight end a lot more this year. I think we are the leading receptionist during the spring. So that's something big that I'm looking forward to, and hopefully all goes well.
Okay, I think we've got a question in the middle section all the way to the back.
You've had quite a few strength coaches through your college career. What's Coach Day like? How are his summer workouts going for you guys?
Yeah, I think I've had 5. So I've had 5 of just about everything. But Coach Day's he's a meaningful guy. Everything he does has intention to get us better and get us prepared for what we're about to face for the next 4 months, next 5 months. But he's just one of those guys. He just wants to struggle. He wants to make everything hard so the football playing's easy. He comes with intent every day, and he's prepared to get us better every morning. So, he's a guy that, you can be around, you can enjoy, you can like, because he's going to get the most out of you.
Okay, if you have any other questions for Nick, please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. All right. We'll allow him to get on his way. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you. God bless.